Okay, welcome into another episode. We're here with senior, number 44, defensive lineman / linebacker,
Yes,
Peyton McLemore. Thanks again for joining us, Peyton.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Yep, we're here in front of a vehicle for Kilgore Wrecking Service, part of the family business here. Peyton, we're thankful for you, thankful for Billy, April Kilgore run that business, and we're thankful for all the services you provide in the area. Tell us about what it's been like growing up with this and what you have learned and are learning as a part of that wrecker service.
Well, it's ever been since I was little. As soon as I was born, I mean, I've always been in a wrecker. I think first time my mom ever told me that when I was born, that she said I was in a wrecker on the way coming home. So
fun.
It was pretty fun, and I mean, like, sometimes it gets a little tough, but then I mean, you just gotta help everybody out and stuff. And when they need help, you always gotta have their backs and stuff. And I mean, like, the opportunities you get to, talk to people and stuff, different people across the state and stuff, it's pretty cool too.
That's great. Very, very good. Glad that you're able to help out with that and learn those skills.
Yes, sir.
Let's now talk about how maybe some of those life lessons impact the football field. Obviously, what you learn on the football field impacts the rest of life too. But talk about that principle of having each other's backs. What does that look like being a part of a football team?
Having each other's backs is like if somebody's getting, like, you got to be all on the same page, and like if somebody's talking bad about somebody, you got to take up for them, and like you can't just let people get run over and stuff, and you got to take up for them and be there for them and show them that you got their back and stuff.
Okay, very, very good. There's a unique aspect to football. Really, you don't see it in very many other sports, but where you all week in practice, you're going head to head against the other side of the ball, so you're against the offense. What's that like, and then how do you then shift to being each other's cheerleaders on Friday nights?
I mean, it's a big competition. It's like we have our offense and defense, and we swap, to get reps and everything, but it's just a big competition, and like who's the best on throughout the week. And then at game time, it's like we know the offense is going to get the job done, and they know the defense is going to get the job done. We just got to all be on the same page and everything.
All right. So if I were to sit and come watch practice, who's the one guy on the offense that I should watch you hitting every time? Like, who's the most competitive matchup, you versus who? I'm
going to say Tyler Thomas.
There you go.
Him's always messing around trying to say who can hit the hardest on each other and stuff. And I mean, sometimes he'll get me and sometimes I'll get him, but it's always a good time.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Glad to hear it. Thank you, Peyton, for your time. Appreciate all your hard work, how that's seen on the field, but also off the field.
Yes, sir.
I'll count to 3, close us out. 1, 2, 3. Go Wildcats. All right, we're here with Oakman High School Principal, Dr. Leathan Waid. Leathan, thanks again for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Game this week at home is the homecoming and senior night festivities that we look forward to every year. So, Leathan, talk to us about those for a moment.
Sure, homecoming is always an exciting time. We're having all of our normal homecoming activities. We'll have the parade this Friday starting at 11. It'll start here at school, work its way through downtown. We'll always stop under the red light and do the pep rally like usual. We'll also have senior night before the game. Senior night starts around 6:15. We'll recognize all of our seniors for our fall athletics. That's always an exciting time to get to see them enjoy their time out there. And then we'll also present our homecoming court. Homecoming court will be presented during halftime of the homecoming game. We'll get to see all those young ladies and get to experience their excitement as we present the homecoming court.
All right, that's wonderful. This year, it's an extra special homecoming as it does celebrate the centennial, the 100th year of the school here. So talk to us about the additional festivities related to that 100th year.
Sure, along with all the things that we do for homecoming, we're also celebrating Oakman High School's centennial. Oakman High School was started in 1923. So to help celebrate that, we're going to have a 100-year reunion. The 100-year reunion will take place in the athletic facility. The athletic facility is up where the old lunchroom used to be for those who haven't been on campus in a while. We'll open up that facility starting after the parade around 12:30. There'll be some tables and chairs open, but the events really will begin around 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock we'll have some refreshments. People can sit around, enjoy each other's company, have it kind of divided by decades, and they can visit with people who we went to high school with, enjoy those people and friends that they haven't seen in a while. We'll also have a silent auction In the silent auction, we have a lot of great Oatman memorabilia that we have. 100 different items will be for sale in the silent auction, so people can stop by and bid on those.
Okay, anything special procedurally that we need to be aware of for this week?
Yes, one of the things we're going to do a little differently this year to help celebrate homecoming and help alleviate some of the congestion at the gate is we're going to pre-sale game tickets. We'll have game tickets available at the front office starting Monday, and we'll go all the way through Friday. We'll stop selling at 3 o'clock most days, but on Friday we'll stop selling at 1 o'clock. People can come by. If you're planning on coming to the game, you can pre-purchase those tickets. They'll be honored at the gate. One of the things I would like to mention also is if you come by the 100-year reunion and you register at that event, if you're an Oatman alumni, you will receive a complimentary ticket, and you can just show that at the gate. So help alleviate some of the crowds up at the home side gate. We're going to do some things a little bit differently, try to alleviate some of those lines.
All right, if I need to contact the school, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, you can always call the front office. The number is 205-622-3381. We put a lot of information out on our Facebook page, so you can also check out our Facebook page.
All right, thanks so much. Close us out.
Go Wildcats.
$42 to nothing victory at Carbon Hill. Really proud of our players and coaches and the job they did to prepare for that game. I thought we played with great energy and enthusiasm, and we had a great crowd there. And it was just a great night for us to move to 3-0 in the region. Got 3 defensive clips, 3 offensive clips that we want to show. We were a little bit concerned going in because our quarterback does have the ability to throw the ball around a little bit, but I thought we did a fantastic job with our pressures, and we moved around, tried to give a lot of different looks. We're giving a single high, kind of a blitz look here. Trace comes off the edge. We're playing cover 3 behind it. Guys do a good job with the coverage. We're able to force him back inside. Trace with the pressure. Mason Love coming in there, and just a big rally sack for our team. Should have been intentional grounding there probably. The second clip here, again, they're in a bunch set there, so we're rolled down, giving a cover 0 look to show that we're giving a man look here, and what you'll see is we'll bail out of it. So now the quarterback sees man, and so he's reacting to man, and then we're in too high cover 4 zone. So he gets the ball out quick to the back. Great job by Ledger Martin here, running on the edge and making a tackle in open space. That's an 8th grader making that tackle. He's played at a high level for us. Really proud of how he's progressed. This last clip is this is kind of an example of how we want to play defense. Again, they're in a trips look, and we're down trying to give a 0 look, or it looks like we're playing no safeties. You can see late we'll bail to 2 high safeties and play a type of quarters, type of cover 4, where we've got 4 deep players. They're going to throw the ball out to the flat, thinking it's cover 4. And then what I like about this is watch the rally. Okay, we're going to have 4 hats converging on the play. And then we tackle the ball right there at the line of scrimmage. I got 3 touchdowns for you here on offense. This was our first touchdown. This was just a boot that we put in, a scheme boot, kind of off the jet. Last week we opened up the game with a jet sweep throwback to the quarterback, so this week we go with the jet sweep. And then out of that we're going to throw it. You can see Luke from the other side. Luke Martin leaks to the middle of the field. We get a little action off the jet by their linebackers, which is what we want. Caden does a good job of finding Luke. Then Luke does the rest, catching the ball, making a guy miss there at the end and getting the ball in the end zone. Nice job, nice scheme by Coach, and nice call at the time. Go to our little heavy package here with Tyler at quarterback. We did a little bit different, overloaded the right side right here. Just try to run behind our lineman with a stretch play. We do a good job of getting that wall sealed off, and then Tyler finishes it. Tyler had 5 touchdowns in the game. He's really strong, really playing strong football right now. I'm just kind of growing every week. Our last touchdown here, again, you can see that we're in trips to the field with a 3 surface line, so we've got added numbers there to try to get the ball out on the edge. We feel like we've got an advantage on the perimeter right there, and so we're going to run to that, which is what we do here. We do a good job of getting that wall set. We have to cut it back up inside right there because they do get a little penetration on our guard. But Tyler does a good job of reading the play out, trusting his path, and just staying on that path and then outrunning the ball to the end zone. So all in all, a great night. We had some Rick Johnson played fantastic on defense. He had an interception, but he had several open field tackles. What a great year he's having as a senior. We're really proud of his leadership too. Peyton McLemore, a lot of guys played a big role in that. Our offensive line did a great job. We rushed for about 200 and 25 yards and 230 yards and threw for right at 160. We're able to get some young guys in and get some experience. So great night. Looking forward to
All right, Coach, welcome in another week. About halfway through the season or so, so let's talk about their physicality and grit, toughness, how that's holding up.
Yeah, that's one of our values is to be gritty, to be tough physically, and physical and mental toughness go hand in hand, but just the physical side of it, I think is important when you start looking at being able to handle a high school football season. I think a year ago, if you look, we had a lot of dings and injuries that kind of limited guys, and we've been able to overcome those this year. And some of that's physicality that you build in the weight room. Some of it is conditioning. Some of it is nutrition. Some of it is hydration. Some of it is recovery. We've placed a huge emphasis on hydration, nutrition, sleep, and recovery. We started the emphasis on the weight room back in January, and our kids have done a fantastic job. I've shared those numbers on here before about how much of a drastic improvement they made, but I think the behind-the-scenes thing are like the community feeding the kids every day. They eat very well with us. They eat breakfast every morning. And then they're fed throughout the day at multiple times. They're doing a great job with hydration, where they're consuming 120 ounces of either water or some type of sports drink. We've really, our trainer Faith is doing a great job with the recovery, whether it's stretching, yoga, myofascial release, massage, those kind of things. All that's going on here. And then, we're challenging them at home to get some sleep. That's the biggest part of it, and we don't control that. But I think I can just tell by the way they show up in the mornings that they're doing a good job of that too. So I think you're seeing all those things manifest itself in our ability to physically play, through the injuries and toughness and the tough times. So,
All right, that's great. This week, welcome the Winterboro Bulldogs, non-region matchup, homecoming week, all those festivities. Talk to us about the game.
Yeah, obviously homecoming creates a bunch of distractions, but I always tell the players it's only a distraction if you allow it to be. I mean, this is supposed to be a fun time in your life. Enjoy the moment, but keep the main thing the main thing. And, if there's no football game, there's probably not. I've tried to get them to do homecoming on the bye week. Nobody will buy that, though. So, but anyway, there's going to be a game, and we've got to play that game. And for us, it's got to be another step in the right direction to move our football program forward, and that's what we focus on. And so you just try to get them to keep the main thing, but also, they're kids and you want them to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the festivities. I like the parade. I enjoy seeing all the people come out and the connections it makes in the community. And Oakman's still one of those places where, the parade's important to them and the game that night's important to them. And so I don't ever want to take that for granted. I know in some places people have lost that interest, and I'm certainly not going to do that here. And I appreciate and love the way that our community supports homecoming, and I look forward to seeing a bunch of people. It's the 100-year reunion, so there's going to be a lot of faces here that maybe we don't get to see all the time, so I'm really excited about it.
All right, what about the game itself, Winterboro?
Yeah, they're a unique opponent. Obviously, they're not from around here, so we played them last year. I think they have tremendous skill players, and it presents some challenges in itself with speed and trying to limit big plays. I mean, it'll kind of be a very similar game to what we've played a couple of weeks ago when we opened up region, but our coach Skylar Mansfield does a good job. Last year we went down there and seemed to have the game in control. Then they bounced back with a touchdown, got a quick turnover, and then we tried to kick a field goal at the end to win it and couldn't. I mean, it just, so it's an opportunity for us another opportunity to get better, and definitely their skill will challenge us and help us prepare for that back end stretch of region games.
All right, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing each and every one of you out Friday night, 7 o'clock. Coach?
Yeah, it's homecoming, and we would love for everybody that loves the Oakman Wildcats in this community, come out and support these players. They've done a fantastic job, and I think they represent our school and community in the right way, and just would love to see all of you come out. Go Wildcats.